So we talk about hockey history, and this guy is part of it because not only was he part of some of the roughest and lack of luck teams in the 1970s, he's probably one of the most notable Jewish goalies in NHL history. There hasn't been many, but this guy has a respect because he wasn't playing with the better Washington Capitals of the team in his career, but he showed tenacity and turned that into a business career, actually, on upon retirement. Today, of course, we're going to be talking about the Wolfman, Bernie Wolfe. Now, Bernard Ronald Wolfe, born Montreal, Quebec, December 18th, 1951, not the biggest goalie in the history of the NHL, 5'9", 165, entered the NHL undrafted. Now, his mother, Fay Wolfe, said it all about his career. When he became an NHL hockey player, of course, I would have preferred him to be a doctor or some kind of professional man, but if Bernie is happy, then we're happy. His father, Mickey, actually had played goalie for the Canadian Army team, and he attended and played and majored in financial management and played hockey at Sir George Williams University in Montreal, where he was named the school's top male athlete. Now playing for St. George Williams, he was a Quebec University Athletic Association first All-Star team goalie in 72 and 74, and a CIAU first team All-Star in 75. Now, later, when he was playing the NHL for the Capitals, he took courses at George Washington University. Now, signed as a free agent in 75 by the Caps, Wolfe played for 4 seasons before retiring in November 79 at the age of 27. Now, playing in 40 games for the Capitals during the 76 season, he set club records for goals against average and consecutive scoreless minutes at 4.16 and 80.43 respectively. He showed flashes of brilliance and was a solid performer on a team that struggled in those early years. A former All-Canadian goalie in college, Wolfe was cool under pressure with a poor team in hockey's, at the time, most difficult position. He retired with 1 year remaining on his guaranteed contract, saying he just didn't enjoy it anymore. In 120 games, his record was 20, 61, and 21, with 424 goals against, and a respectable for who he's playing for. 4.17 goals against average and 1 shutout. When Wolfe retired for professional hockey in 79, he became a financial began a financial planning practice. He earned his certified financial planner designation in 81, and Bernard R. Wolfe and Associates Incorporated, which in 2014 managed $14 billion in assets, was recognized in 2009 and 2010 by Washingtonian Magazine as well as Washington, D.C.'s top financial planning firms as voted by its peers. Now, in 1992, when he was 40, the Caps attempted to re-sign him in order to make it the goaltender that they would expose in the 92 NHL expansion draft. League rules, however, required every team to make a goalie available for the draft who had at least 1 game of NHL experience. Now, Wolfe agreed to sign for the league minimum salary of $100,000, and he promised to donate the salary to charity if his contract was approved by the league, but it never was. The attempt was immediately denied by the NHL, for obvious reasons, and Wolfe had long retired from the NHL and was well into his career as a financial planner. Phyllis Pizzito, who had recently become part owner of the expansion Tampa Bay Lightning, was quoted as saying about the incident, "I didn't just pay $50 million for Bernie Wolfe. He wasn't any good when I played against him. Since the Capitals were unwilling to expose any of their current goalies, they eventually signed the great Steve Weeks for that purpose." Now, Wolfe has also co-wrote a book, How to Watch Ice Hockey, with journalist Mitch Henkin. Now, Wolfe was the president of the Washington Capitals Alumni Association from 92 to 2007, and of course he made good press in 2009, where for obvious reasons, due to chronic injuries he suffered, both the hips were replaced. So in my indication, I don't know of how many goalies in NHL history were Jewish, had their hips replaced, and was guiding billions of dollars and made Phyllis Pizzito pissed off. So now, by the way, we're going to take a quick look of select Jewish hockey players, because I as a person of a partial Jewish extraction, there's not very many, but the prominent ones, again, Ross Brooks, goalie with the Boston Bruins for a number of years, J.R. Jason Demers with the Arizona Coyotes. Steve Dubinsky, of course, for Team Canada, right winger, and Mike Hartman. Very, very good player. Jack Hughes, U.S. center, which was a number one NHL entry draft pick by the Devils in 2019. Quinn Hughes of the Canucks. Zach Hyman, of course, with the Maple Leafs. Peter Ing, very, very talented goalie back in the day. And Bobby Plager, who actually converted to Judaism, which we talked about before. Nate Thompson, very good player with the Flyers. There's been quite a few, but like I said, Bernie Wolfe, to my memory, is one of the few goalies in history. Now, talking about his overall stats, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over here. With Sir George Williams, in 73-74 were his key years, he had 3.55 goals against average in 73. Then he ended up in the Flyers program with Richmond, the Maine Nordiques, and Richmond again 76. And he also played with the Hershey Bears in 78. And again, 88% save percentage, so not too bad. But he was seeing a lot of rubber, ladies and gentlemen, as we know. So Bernie Wolfe, like I said, a very interesting cat. When I saw him play, I said, there's a little bit of talent here. And I'll give you an example why. In every season he played, his record got better, which is kind of bizarre to say. He started off 5-23-7 and 7-15-9. Then 4-14-4 in his last season in 79, 4-9-1. And he wasn't like a pure number one. He was sharing duties. I'll give you an example. In 1976, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's Washington's. He was sharing with Ron Lowe and Michel Bellemare, which we know already talked about the legend of Michel Bellemare because he had some hard results. 78, he was sharing duties, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm right. Gary Smith was there for a while, a good friend of our channel here, and Jim Bedard as well. Gary had played with a number of teams before he showed up in Washington, and his last season in the NHL, he was sharing duties with Gary Ennis, a very good goalie. He also played with Pittsburgh for a while, and again, Rolly Boutin. So Bernie Wolfe, again, a talented player. If he would have played with Toronto or the Flames or Montreal, I think he would have been nice backup for Montreal, actually. He'd be a good fit, in my personal opinion, but, that's just me. Better than Denny Harrow anyway. Have a good day. Bye.